Hey, I want to welcome you guys to Pop the Motherfucking Trunk. Pop the Trunk.
Pop the trunk!
This is our first episode, you know what I'm saying? With, no, hold up. Before I even get to that, let me make sure I let y'all know who I am. I am the one and only TV Tef for Pop the Trunk, man. I'm here with a very special guest. Tell him who you is.
It's your boy Chet Mason.
Yeah, man, repping the CMI Invitational. I see you got the CMI Invitational gear on today. Hey, but guess what, man? I'm repping today too, man. My cousin Rob, aka the Shark. Let me see if I tuck this down a little bit for y'all so I can see. He hooked me up with this tiger paw shit, and this shit is badass, brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling good in this, man. We ain't gonna be long with y'all today. You know what I'm saying? I just want to introduce my new show, Pop the Trunk. I got a special guest, my cousin Chet in here, man.
Definitely, man.
That's
Appreciate y'all for having me on, man.
Hey, man.
Pop the Trunk in the building, man. Representing,
Hell yeah. And first off, get started. I want to kind of give y'all guys a little background on my dog Chet Mason. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know he was a Cleveland sports legend. You know what I'm saying? He played as a star at South High where he won Mr. Ohio basketball. You know what I'm saying? He went over to play for Miami, Ohio. Also played stint in the NBA, D League. You know what I'm saying? Team USA coach. He coaches with Team USA staff.
Right.
Also, now the Brush High School head coach. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to everybody from Brush.
I mean, I'm talking about
from Brush.
Real dogs, man. Real dogs. He putting together a beastie program, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to give y'all a quick background of my dog. So why don't you give him a quick little rundown before we get into today's topic, my man.
Definitely. Chet Mason, Cleveland raised, born and raised, man. 102nd and Dickens Ave. My whole life being a Cleveland kid, growing up with the advantages and disadvantages of being in the city. You know what I'm saying? Raised in poverty, but that didn't kill us, so it didn't kill us, so it made us stronger.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to blessed enough to use basketball as a form of as a way to get out, as we would say. You know what I'm saying? From the hood. Been in over 100 different countries. Played 13 years professionally overseas.
Okay.
Including the stints with the NBA D League and also the little run with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, absolutely.
So basketball has been an avenue, but we ain't here to talk about basketball.
Man, no, we will slightly have a basketball thing, but before we do that, we gotta pop the trunk one time, man. Pop the trunk.
Pop the trunk! Pop the trunk!
Let's pop the trunk on him, man, one time. I ain't gonna really get too heavy into that today, man. You just drop a little bomb on him.
Right.
So, today's topic, man, it's only our first episode. We don't want to get too heavy, but we starting off heavy because of the time, and we in this time of social distancing, COVID-19.
Right.
It's a lot going on in the world, and it's a lot of things that have been swept under, the rug.
Right.
But these topics are coming back.
Right.
So, we want to start today with just the situation that's going on in Georgia. And the reason why I wanted to mention this with you because you being an athlete, you're a guy that's out there. I've seen your Facebook, your Instagram, where you had masks on before people was wearing masks out there running, jogging. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you being a pillar of the community, your kids is upstanding people in the community.
Right.
And this guy, I want to say his name is Amaud Aubrey.
Yeah.
He was in Georgia and he got killed jogging.
Right.
By two, more than likely conservative guys that felt like they was making a stand for their neighborhood. Whatever the issue was, they felt like they had the citizens' right to put this man down.
Right. I mean, killing an unarmed human being, first of all, that's murder. You know what I mean? No way how you cut it. You can have whatever backstory, whatever you say behind it, but two guys shooting at one guy without a weapon, that's murder. We are living in a day and age where it's scarce, man. Like we're hit with this COVID-19 and we're trying to fight through this right now. It's like the world United States kind of shut down and then you come with some stuff like this that have the stuff that has been going on. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, a lot of stuff it gets swept under the rug, but you know, this is just a sad case, man. I mean, we didn't live through in our short time on Earth right now. We didn't live through a lot of murders of young African American males that it just don't make sense, you know. And I know me and you are not here for the political side of the politics, you know. We just here to speak the real, you know.
Yeah, and to me, like, you know, stuff like this always affect us because of the skin we were born in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I tell a lot of people, the community we was born in, it come with a lot of things, man. We want to be upstanding people. We want to do dope shit for our community. We want to make, we want to get these kids into college. We want to do positive things, but it's a lot of hurdles. You know what I'm saying? First, the hurdle is we went through a lot of, you know, a lot of whitewashing in America where people looking at us and they found a way to look at us in a negative light all the time. So we already got to defeat that. Then we got the situation of, you know, poverty, you know, that's another situation. Then we got the commodity, which I tell people all the time, the commodity that drugs is the number one commodity in our neighborhoods, and it was not put there by us. I tell people a million times, I tell everybody this story, y'all gonna hear me tell it on the show a million times. I told my mom, I said, ain't nothing like you walking home from work or being young and people got shit and you ain't got it, or and some white dude in a truck pull up talking about what you got for 100. And you sitting there and got 2 nickels to rub together. Then you say, man, look, I'm trying to stay on the straight and narrow. And then you go down the street further and somebody else pull up on you, what you got for 50? What? This what we supposed to be doing down here. This how we supposed to get our money. Oh no, man, you know, I'm good. No, my dude, man, they got 2 20s in their hand. You know what I mean? You ain't got no car, you walking. You know what I'm saying? You catching the bus. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got money for pizza, McDonald's.
I mean, it's crazy that you bring that up because I was able to see both sides of the fence. Like growing up, and I know what you was doing when you was growing up on your side. You know what I'm saying? And you just what you was just speaking on, you able to speak on it because that's what you had to do. You know what I mean? I was in a little different little view because everybody around me was doing what you were saying. Like guys had to make ends meet, but I was with them, but I wasn't when they was doing that stuff. I was trying to on the side trying to figure out a different avenue, a different option, or way to getting out. And the basketball was like the basketball was the key to my success, you know what I mean? It was a blessing, though.
And that's beautiful because anybody who have an idea, they speak to me, you know, they know that I'm a big fan of what can you do for your community, you know what I'm saying? Like, we come up in a community where a lot of people, they not going to have opportunities. They not going to have good role models. And I tell people this because I was actually blessed later in life to meet a doctor and work for him like for a long period of time. And he owned multiple clinics. He owned, you know, his own community center, his own village, you know, stuff like that. Like he had real money. And for me to sit there and say, man, why people can't see examples like you, it'll make us want to be you. Because it's hard for us to want to be that. And I'm going to give you a quick example before I, you know, and not try to go off into it too far. When I was in school, and I tell this story all the time, and I'm happy y'all gonna get a chance to hear the story, but it's some funny shit. So I was dating this girl all summer. I was a young square nigga, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know what to do with her. She was bad. She had a nice body, all that, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't know what to do with her. I was probably intimidated by her. I ain't even gonna cap. So I ain't even gonna say, but we went to school the next year, and you know, it's them niggas in school. If you from our community, you know a little something about it. They walk through that lunch line, they pull this big ass monkey knot out, and they paying for everybody lunch, or they they splurging heavy on they shit. Ice creams, little milks, and shit like that. That shit ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So they spending money. So this one of them fly cats. You know what I'm saying? And I had been chasing her all summer. We go to school. This nigga walk in the lunchroom. Every girl in the lunchroom neck turning, cause he do that. He ride to school fresh. He you know he's shining. He's shining, and he up like a motherfucker, especially for some young dudes. You know what I'm saying? So during this time period, he would you know he was getting that bag. So a girl would run up, give him a hug. Hey, I'm happy to see you. I ain't saying your name. Fuck you, nigga. But anyway, hey, I'm happy to see you. Whatever. And that's funny. That's not no hate shit. That's just the way I do. You know what I'm saying? On this story, I never told who he is. So anyway, so They give him a hug. Next girl stand up. As soon as he get out the way, they waiting. Give him a hug. You know, third girl waiting. Hey man, we happy to see you. Boom, boom. What's up? What's up? They, you know, they dick riding, which is cool. They don't know, you know, the situation that what could have happened with them next, or you know, them getting pregnant young. Like that's the story in our community.
Right.
But all that being said, the chick I had been chasing all summer, she next. I'm looking at this bitch like, bitch, you better not go get on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she did. And it gave me perspective to look at my mom, and I'm like, you know how hard it is to raise a kid that just seen this and know that this what it take to get that.
That's true.
And it was some real shit. Like we really, it was really a struggle. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I wasn't a dude that was all the way out there. Dudes in Cleveland know me like. Any dude in Cleveland that know me for some street shit is because we was beefing. We was fighting. I wasn't necessarily a nigga that had making dumb trap money and nothing like that. That little shit I was doing was on the side, like little sneaky shit. You know what I'm saying? But to be 100, like, nigga, the street shit I was in was all fighting, beefing. You know what I'm saying? Until I didn't care about that shit no more. Then I wasn't on that either. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, that's just how the community need role models, people that can keep them away from this shit. So that's why I'm saying people like you are great examples. We need people like you.
No, I appreciate it. And the crazy thing is, my role model, first of all, was my grandfather. But then my second role model was the guy that kind of controlled our neighborhood, and he was into the streets.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
And so I never really got into that lane because he didn't let me. I always had because he wanted me to sit to the side and make sure I didn't get into that because he wanted me to make it. With that round ball. So he always kept me tight. He always kept me with the money and the shoes and whatever I needed. You know what I'm saying? He took care of me. And that he was just a leader in a different role.
Right.
My leadership role is to, you know what I'm saying, use the round ball to get the kid's ear. Once I get their ear, now I can implant the seeds, you know what I'm saying, so it can grow in them to do the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like growing up, it was, I mean, like I said, I grew up around a lot of dudes that was into different things, you know what I'm saying? And it was hard, just like you said, man. That's hard. Coming to school and he got this big knot, and your girl started paying attention to it, and you ain't doing that. Like that's hard,
man.
You see what I'm saying?
Let's see you on another path, my nigga.
but now how I break it down now is like all the role models, the should be role models got numbers, and they
want real talk,
and them numbers they get pimped. Basically, and I'm not no disrespect to nobody out there.
It's a high percentage of them.
It's a high
that
percentage
that wasn't that major success story. Even though we all in the hood know them success stories, dudes that made it out the game, whatever. But I agree with you. And the way I looked at it when I got older was realizing like you don't know that when you popping when you young, you having kids. Now you got to raise all these kids. You fuck around and end up in jail, so the kids ain't got no dad. Not only that, now the young chick that was chasing you, she a baby mama, young. And she ain't realized she should have probably been a little patient. And it's just it's a fucked up cycle. But it wasn't a cycle that we set ourselves on. People don't know that. Like that commodity came to us. We didn't put that shit there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like it's a lot of other avenues, but they put that shit in our neighborhood where this was like it was like either you with it or you and
so prisons get a certain amount of money for each inmate. You get what I'm saying? Like African Americans don't own the prison system. Yeah, we don't own it. So we don't get a cut off of it. We just pay. I mean, we just put money in their pocket.
Oh, honey, I'm gonna give you a pot of trunk for that.
Pop the trunk.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, what I mean by the numbers is, so, Lil Ray go to jail.
Okay.
And he do some time. Now he got a number by his name. So when it's time for him to go get a job, a background check, all that, this number pop up. So now you have, it's kind of like, it's modern day slavery because now you got a person telling you if you can do this or that because you have a number.
Man,
see what I'm saying? So now you can't get that great lawyer job or this job to, you know what I'm saying, to be successful because you got that number. So now it trickles down to the kids because what I mean by the missing of the role models, it's tough to be a role model when you can't be on that role model pedestal.
Man.
And again, I'm gonna flip this back. My role model was a guy that ran our neighborhood, and he was the man.
I'm familiar with the neighborhood. I get an idea.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just triggering it back. Like, it's hard to be that role model when you can't be on that role model pedestal.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you some real G shit though. And my G's, I don't even know if I want to say your name, but some dudes I fuck with heavy, they be on Instagram, some dudes from the Kinsman County side, they used to say that all the time, like, you know what I'm talking about, bro, and I got mad love for you. He used to always say the drug dealers need to be the ones to change the neighborhoods because they got the most power. And it's weird to think of that, but the truth is they do have the most influence because the young niggas out here trying to soldier up for them, whatever, they going to jail and they soldiering up for the felons or whatever. And, you know, they kind of got a control over the game. I always tell people all the time, how you going to take back the community if they not involved, the community? You know what I'm saying? And when I say the community, I'm talking about the heavy hitters, you know what I mean? The heavy hitters, the dudes that run the block. So
and that's what I meant by that leadership platform. So those guys that's doing that, and I mean, guys got to eat, guys got to feed their family, but come back and build and start a business in your community where you're able to, first of all, employ some of them, and then that's the pedestal I'm saying, the leadership pedestal. You ain't gotta put a brick in a kid's hand. I mean, you know what I'm saying, a young man's hand. You ain't gotta put a pistol in a young man's hand. Shoot, put that contract of giving him some type of employment in his hand. So now that's the pedestal of the leadership. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, wait a minute. We ain't gonna get that heavy, but I'm gonna give you this to end it off. Woo, for that. Woo. I gotta give you one of them for that one more time, man. Oh man, that was heavy. That was heavy. Okay, so this wasn't supposed to be a full episode. You know what I'm saying? We just wanted to give y'all a short, brief introduction into Pop the Trunk, the kind of stuff that's gonna be on our podcast. Once again, I want to let you guys know who's in the building. I am. I done kind of lost track of what I'm doing. Once again, I am your boy TV Tef, and I am definitely in the house. We ready to get the hell up out of here.
No, I'm ready to.
Okay, my special guest, Chet Mason.
Man,
and I apologize for that. Thank you guys for watching Pop the Trunk.
Pop the trunk! Pop the trunk!
I'll catch y'all on the next one, man.
Pop the trunk!